It was the kind of Sunday night that makes football feel like poetry written in chaos. The Santiago Bernabéu lit up not just with lights but with emotion, fire, and one name echoing louder than the rest: Kylian Mbappé. Yes, the French superstar delivered yet again, proving to the world that the white of Real Madrid fits him like destiny. A 3-2 win over Celta Vigo might look routine on paper, but the 90 minutes that unfolded were anything but. This was a storm, a statement, and a scare all rolled into one. For Real Madrid fans, it was a cocktail of pride, nerves, and a whole lot of heart. The story began the moment Mbappé stepped onto the pitch. Every touch, every turn, every sprint felt like it was building towards something. And then it happened. The first goal, a clinical finish, as if time froze around him. The defender was a statue, the goalkeeper a ghost, and Mbappé a magician painting the net with purpose. That goal wasn't just a number on the scoreboard, it was the opening paragraph of a love letter to Madridistas. It screamed, "I belong here." But Kylian wasn't done. When Real Madrid needed him again, he delivered. A second goal that felt even more ruthless, more poetic. A striker in his prime, wearing the number 9 shirt of legends and living up to it. The Bernabéu exploded. The camera zoomed in on him as he looked up at the crowd. No celebration, just silent fire in his eyes. Maybe he knew this wasn't over. Maybe he felt it in his bones that Celta Vigo wasn't here to be humiliated. They were here to fight, and fight they did. Just when the game looked like it was heading toward a comfortable win, Real Madrid's old wounds began to open. The defense, once their fortress, turned soft around the edges. A lapse, a moment of hesitation, and boom, Celta Vigo found the net. A shock to the system. 2-1. The fans who had been singing were now biting their nails. Whispers of doubt began to crawl into the stadium. Could Madrid hold on? Would they let this one slip? But wait, Arda Güler had other plans. The young Turkish star has been dancing on the edge of greatness all season, and tonight he took another step into the spotlight. Calm, composed, creative, Güler was everywhere. With a touch that defied his age and vision that sliced through Celta's midfield, he orchestrated Madrid's third goal with the kind of awareness that can't be taught. It was a move born from instinct and intelligence. And when the ball found the back of the net again, the stadium roared, not just for the goal, but for the rising star who had just reminded the world that Real Madrid's future is already here. 3-1, and the match felt safe again. Or so it seemed. But this is La Liga. This is football. Nothing is safe until the whistle blows. And Celta Vigo came charging back with the desperation of a team that refused to die quietly. Another goal. 3-2. The Bernabéu turned from a fortress into a pressure cooker. Every pass was met with tension. Every clearance felt like survival. The referee's watch became the most stared at object in Spain. But the clock ticked down. Real Madrid held on. And when the final whistle came, it wasn't just relief, it was exhaustion, it was pride, it was passion. They had won, yes, but they had also revealed the cracks. The defense, shaky and unsure, nearly cost them again. It's not the first time this season that Real Madrid have looked vulnerable at the back. Injuries, inconsistent partnerships, and lapses in concentration have become a pattern, not an exception. Ancelotti knows it. The players feel it. The fans fear it. But here's the thing about Real Madrid, they never die easy. With every weakness comes a roar of defiance. And with players like Mbappé leading the charge, there's always hope. Tonight, he passed Cristiano Ronaldo in total goals for club and country at his age. That's not just a stat, that's a signal. A signal that Mbappé isn't just here to play, he's here to make history. He came to Madrid with weight on his shoulders and expectation in the air, and every game he wears that pressure like a crown. And let's not forget the bigger picture. This win keeps Real Madrid just 4 points behind Barcelona. And guess what? The Clásico is next weekend. This wasn't just a win, it was a message. To Barcelona, to La Liga, to the world. Mbappé is here, Güler is rising, Madrid isn't backing down. Every pass, every tackle, every run from now on carries more meaning. The Clásico will be more than a match, it will be a war for the soul of the title. The emotional weight of this game is hard to put into words. You could see it in the way Carvajal screamed after a clearance. You could hear it in the fans chanting even when they were scared. You could feel it in Ancelotti's calm face masking 1,000 calculations. These aren't just players. This isn't just a club. This is Real Madrid, a machine built on miracles and madness. They bend, they wobble, but they don't break. Not yet. For Celta Vigo, credit must be given. They showed character. They exposed flaws. They reminded Madrid and everyone watching that no game in La Liga is easy, no win guaranteed. And that's what makes this league beautiful. It isn't always pretty, but it's always real. Tonight's story was written by Mbappe, sharpened by Guler, and challenged by Celta. It was a game that had everything: goals, drama, tension, and above all, heart. And as the lights dimmed on the Bernabéu and fans slowly walked out, you could still feel the electricity in the air. The Clasico is coming. The league is alive. And Real Madrid are breathing down Barcelona's neck with the hunger of champions and the chaos of legends. So buckle up, because this story is far from over. If Mbappe keeps firing, if Guler keeps growing, and if the defense can hold its nerve, we might just be witnessing another unforgettable chapter in the history of the greatest club in the world. But until then, remember this night, the night Madrid survived, the night Mbappe soared, and the night the Clasico countdown began with a roar. If you're a true fan of the game, you felt something tonight. You felt the pulse of a team chasing greatness. You felt the sweat, the screams, the silence before the storm. And if you're a Madridista, you smiled not just because they won, but because they reminded you why you fell in love with this game in the first place. This is Soccer Spender, where we don't just talk football, we feel it, we live it, we break it down like no one else. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a comment with your favorite moment from the match, and tell me, will Real Madrid catch Barcelona in the next chapter? Or are we headed for a heartbreaker? I'll be watching. I know you will too. Until next time, keep your eyes on the ball, your heart in the game, and your soul with the club you love.